I'm lucky I made it up to the stage. Okay, so this is going to happen fast and furious, people, so strap in. My husband and I, when my daughter was very small, ended up going up to Georgia to have a birthday party for my father's 60th birthday party. And when I went to go pick up my daughter at the nursery, when she cried, when I picked her up and she was crying a little bit, she cried not like Wah! She kind of cried like, ah. And I said to the nursery assistant, I said, that doesn't sound right. And she's like, no, she's okay. And I'm like, okay, all right. And so packed her, and my husband picked him up, and we got in the car, and we had literally the trunk of the car was completely full of presents and suitcases, and everything was full, and slammed it shut and got in the car. And back then, my daughter was in the back seat, and I sat with her in the back seat. And as we were traveling, and it's an 8-hour drive to Atlanta, most of you are probably aware of that. So as we were traveling, she's still doing this, not like a normal, like a baby does. And I said to my husband, that just doesn't sound right. And he's like, no, she's fine. I'm like, all right. So we would stop at certain rest stations, and I would breastfeed her. And unbeknownst to me, she had what's called thrush, which is basically, it's like a fungus that forms in the children's mouths. And so that's what was causing the not the and unbeknownst to me, the more I was breastfeeding her, the more the was getting worse. And I just wasn't making the connection, and he wasn't making the connection, and she started getting worse and worse. And I said to him, God, this is not right. She's not, it's getting worse, and she's getting crabbier and crabbier, and I'm breastfeeding, I'm latching her on more and more, and I'm just making matters worse, and I'm not making the connection. And just so you guys know, I'm a first-time parent at that particular time, and I'm not making, as a first-time parent, you tend to go, oh, I'm the best parent on the planet. But you're not, because you have absolutely no clue what the fuck is going on with your kid. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe she's not feeling good. Maybe we need to stop. Temperature's going up. I don't understand. She's getting crabbier and crabbier. And meanwhile, my I am such a great parent attitude is going, yeah, you got it. So we get about 4 hours into the trip, and I realize it's really getting worse, and this is not good. And I say to Rob, I say, honey, please pull over. We gotta go to the hospital. This is not right. She's really bad. She's not even, at this point, I fed this poor child so much, she's got a distended tummy, and she's literally just miserable. And I said, this can't be right. This is something not right about this. So we make a huge detour, and we go off into this little podunk town in the middle of flippin' nowhere. And we end up finding the nearest minor emergency clinic, and we take her in, and both being, new parents, we're like, well, she's just, I don't know, she seems okay, but she's, and she's not, and so he says, all right, let me check her out, and they check her out, and they say to my husband, they say, I need you to, okay, so this is a first, because we've never inserted a thermometer. And if anybody who's a parent here knows, the thermometer doesn't go into the mouth. As a small child, it goes in other places. So they say to him, okay, we're going to need to take her temperature. And they undress her, and they lay her on his lap, and they say to her, they say, hold her, and we're going to insert the thermometer. And he's like, okay, well, why aren't you? And they're like, no. We're going in other venues. And he's like, okay, all right. So he's holding her, and they insert the thermometer, and with everything going on and the whole situation and all that milk, you guys can imagine what happens. There is a massive implosion, and my husband goes, like this, and it's everywhere. He's covered head to toe in used milk. So, and we both go, like this. But he holds her. He's like, he doesn't move. He does not flinch. When that whole explosion happens, he holds her. And the guy says, yeah, sure enough, she's gonna, this is what she got. She has thrush. She's gonna be okay. Let me give you this medicine. This is what's happening. So now the problem is that we've traveled out in the car. The trunk is completely packed. No way to get clothes out. He's covered from head to toe. You get the idea. And he says to me, I can't change. We have to be at my dad's birthday party. We're going to have to change when we get there. I'm like, oh, my God. We get in the car. We're traveling. There's a lot of heat in the car. There's heat on the outside. Literally, we roll down the windows. I stick my head out. And he's driving, literally. He's like, oh. And I'm driving with my head out the window, and I go, welcome to Parenthood.